This is Kim, which biologically from Vietnam. I'm a full-time student from in nursing with University of Alaska Southeast. I believe that communication skill will be important for my future career as a nurse. And I'm taking the class because I want to improve my communication skill to become a great communicator. I enjoy learning and communication because it's interesting, challenging, and a lot of fun. I'm be delighted to be talking with you about vegetarian today. The purpose of my presentation today is to answer the following questions. What is a vegetarianism? What are the benefits of being a vegetarian? What are the benefits of being a vegetarian, and why you should consider to become a vegetarian? And why do people become vegetarians? People decide to become vegetarian because they want to make the choice of, for religious reason. I grew up become a become a Buddhist because I become a Buddhist, and then I only ate vegetarian meal for several times per month. And later I realized that becoming a Buddhist vegetarian, I would boost my health because of many benefits. And later, after becoming a vegetarian, I realized I save the money, and I save the environment. What is vegetarianism? Vegetarianism is a practice of it's a writing of restrictions about the food supplements into the vegetarian base, such as vegetable, fruits, and whole grains and nuts. And in the United States, there are 15 million of people are vegetarian, and 50% of them are vegan who do not consume any animal products. And then there are some people who consider themselves vegetarian while they only eat they eat the poultry and fish regularly. And some people are vegetarian. They eat a plant-based diet and also eat plenty of egg and cheese, but they don't eat the flesh of the animal. And some people are fleshy fleshy vegetarian. They eat the fruit of vegetarian food, and they eat cheese and egg, and they all eat the breast meat occasionally. And why is so why you should what are the benefit of vegetarian? Many research have shown that by being balanced vegetarian diet provide many benefits, such as reduce many chronic disease, such as reduce the intake of the fat, and the total energy can reduce the risk of obesity and diabetes, and higher intake of fruit and vegetable also reduce the risk of high blood pressure. Intake of lower saturated fat and plant-based oxidant also reduce the chance of heart disease. So the result is a low of some digestive problems such as constipation and diverticular, lower the risk of cancer, and some kidney problems such as stone kidney and gallstone. Second is the effective vegetarian diet can always provide adequate amounts of the necessary nutrition for the body. For example, vitamin B12 and vitamin D can be found in the fortified cereals breakfast, and the vitamin B can be found in the green leaf vegetable and mushroom, and iron is in spinach and then the dry fruit, and then calcium can be found in tofu and fortified soy meal, and zinc can be found in green leaf and grain production. And then why you should be considered to become vegetarian? There are many reasons that people should become a vegetarians. The first, I have mentioned earlier that many health benefits of eating vegetarian. The reduce of many risks of the chronic disease such as obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, digestive problem, and some cancer. Eating vegetarian food adequately provide good food of the body and necessary nutrition. And the second is people can save money by eating vegetarians. vegetarian food have such as the legume, the grains, and rice have a long shelf life, but the cost is little. Why? So, for example, a pound of beef is $10, when a pound of the beans only $2. And then there are many vegetarian food have vegetable as very can stay fresh very long time, pretty long, such as carrot, broccoli, and cabbage, and they are antioxidant and which play important to prevent cancer. The third is many people decide to become vegetarian because because of they want many negative effect of the meat productions. Meat production have changed from the small business into the large scale production, and 70% of the whole grain production in the United States is to feed the animal, and in the large scale production. And the business they use enormous amount of water, and then and create a massive of the waste by themselves. They increase the amount of the land for using for the livestock, and according to United States nation, it's 18% of the greenhouse gas is from the animal, and we contribute to the global warming. Therefore, if the demand of the meat is reduced, then we save the environment, the water, and we use the land and the grain for other activities such as exporting the grain into for overseas to boost the income for the country. So today I have answered all the questions with you about from the beginning of the presentation. I explained that what is a vegetarian is what are the benefiting of being a vegetarian, and I also why you should consider to become a vegetarian. Here's a quote from the Albert Einstein: "Nothing could benefit to human health and increase the chance of survival on Earth such as evolution to the plant-based diet. You should consider to become a vegetarian in order to earn a health benefit from this." And I also use in addition, we save the money for the more comfortable life, protect the environment, boost the economy for the country. This is a good time to make change for better of yourself and better of our country.